Live from the National News Studio, Sri Lanka.
Good evening and welcome to the National News broadcast, bringing to you live from the National News Studios here at Rupavahini. We're ready to bring you the top stories here at home and around the world. I'm Charita.
And I'm Kasani Balachandra Adhikari. We start off with a look at your headlines of tonight.
Warwick complete 16 years. The President will preside over War Heroes ceremony and Ranaviru Memorial in Battaramulla, a live telecast by the national television. Earth slip warnings in 6 districts with the activation of the southwestern monsoon. Plans to bring 3 million foreign tourists to the island this year. A car in which a former working director of the National Lotteries Board travelled comes under shooting. A request by the Ministry of Children and Women Affairs over a Facebook post. A tornado affecting several states in the US kills 27 persons.
On to those and other stories in detail now, and starting off with the top local story. And this is a reminiscence of the history 60 years back when Sri Lanka was fully freed from the scourge of tiger terrorism.
Nearly 3 decades of terrorist aggression was culminated with the killing of the remaining small group of tiger terrorists headed by tiger leader Velupille Prabhakaran in the final battle on the 19th of May in 2009. Demonstrating of its rivalry and inhumanity, the LTT in its final stages in July 2006 had cut off the agricultural water supply through the forceful closure of the Mavilaru Anicut in Seruvilla. The tiger terrorists, through the dastard act, had destroyed nearly 30,000 acres of land in the Seruvilla farmer settlement scheme. The desperate farmer families were faced with the crucial problems not having to fulfill their daily needs. Due to the 2 weeks of heroic initiatives of the Sri Lanka Army, it had become possible to once again restore the water supply to the farmers. The final outcome of the military operation had been able to fully destabilize the activities of the tiger terrorists in the eastern province. Due to the gallant and heroic stance of the security forces, the tiger terrorists were retreating, facing absolute defeat in all fronts by February 2009. The final tiger gang was cornered to a small slip of land of several square kilometers in Puthukudurippu. The unyielding terrorists, as their last resort, had to try and use hundreds of thousands of innocent civilians in the northern province as a shield for their own security. However, the heroic Sri Lankan security forces personnel had devised war strategies and plans to rescue the civilians, causing minimum harm to them from the clutches of the tiger terrorists. It was due to this planning that ordinary civilians were brought to government-controlled areas in batches from time to time since April 2009. The ultimate victory against terrorism was registered on the 18th of May in 2009 by liberating the entire land of Sri Lanka from tiger terrorists. The Navy, Air Force, Police and the Special Task Force, as well as the Defence Task Force, had extended wholehearted contributions for the humanitarian operation.
And meanwhile, the National War Heroes commemoration will be held under the leadership of President Anura Kumara Dissanayake in the afternoon tomorrow. And also in front of Battaramulla War Heroes Memorial, President of the War Heroes Service Authority, Brigadier Senarath Kohana, told Rupavahini that a number of parties, including chiefs of the tri-forces who provided leadership to the war, will be participating in the celebrations. President of the War Heroes Service Authority, Brigadier Senarath Kohana, said that the annual National War Heroes Day, being organized by the War Heroes Service Authority under the supervision of Ministry of Defence, will be held on the 19th of this month in order to commemorate the integrity, sovereignty of the country and the safety of all citizens who sacrificed their lives since many years until today, and also to commemorate war heroes who assisted in ending the war and all Sri Lankan nationals. The President of the country will be participating in this occasion as the Commander-in-Chief of the Sri Lankan Armed Forces. The commemorative ceremony will be held tomorrow from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. in order to fulfill the obligation of the nation, with the participation of the Deputy Minister of Defence and all the leaders who are in the front line in ending the war by providing leadership. Everyone is requested to salute them by hosting the national flag in their homes. Police has taken steps to implement a special traffic plan at the Battaramulla area parallel to the War Hero commemoration celebration tomorrow. According to the police, there will be no closure of roads, but in case of any traffic blockade around the area where the celebrations will be held, the entry and exit traffic from Colombo and towards Colombo will be restricted from Polduva Junction to Kenegama Junction via Jayantipura on the Parliament Road. For traffic which exit from Colombo, an alternative route can be followed from Polduva Junction to Kenegama Junction via Palamtuna Junction. For incoming traffic towards Colombo can reach their destination from Kenegama Junction to Palamtuna Junction and by reaching Battaramulla Junction. The War Hero celebration at Battaramulla from 4 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. will be telecast live on the national television.
Field Marshal Sarath Fonseca has expressed his opinions over the National War Hero commemoration to be held tomorrow. Field Marshal Sarath Fonseca said that it is with great sense of humble pride that he remembers the rescuing of the country from terrorism and from those who tried to divide the nation. He also said that he is immensely pleased over holding the ceremony tomorrow with the participation of the President. It's a pleasure to see the event being commemorated on an annual basis, and Field Marshal Fonseca also said every year he receives an invitation to attend the event and that he will definitely attend this year's ceremony. Now, according to the Department of Meteorology, heavy rains of about 100 millimeters are expected at many places in the island today.
The sky will remain cloudy in many areas, and the gradually stabilizing southwestern monsoon condition has been attributed to this weather condition. Intermittent rains or thunder showers may occur in western Sabaragamu, northwestern, north and north central provinces and Galle and Mathura districts. Rains of more than 100 millimeters may occur at certain places in western Sabaragamu, northwestern and northern provinces. The weather communique further states that the strong winds of speed up to 30 to 40 kilometers per hour will experience in northwestern, north central, northern and northern southern provinces and in Trankamani district. The wind speed in offshore and sea areas from Mathura to Pothuwil via Hambantota will be around 55 to 60 kilometers per hour. There is also a possibility of winds with a speed of about 50 km per hour from Mathura to Colombo, Manakan, Kasanture and to Batiklo via Trincomalee. Accordingly, sea in those areas will remain turbulent, and at certain places sea waves of a height of 2 to 2.5 meters will also occur. Meanwhile, the National Building and Research Organization has also issued a Stage 1 landslide warning to several areas in the island. Dr. Vasanta Senadhira, the senior scientist of the National Building and Research Organization, said that the landslide warnings have been issued by the National Building Research Organization today this morning. Accordingly, notices have been issued to be on alert under Stage 1 of warnings to Sitavaka Provincial Secretariat Division in Colombo, Alpiti Provincial Secretariat Division in Galle District, Palinduru and Ingiriya Provincial Secretariat Divisions in Kaludara District, Pasbage Korale Provincial Secretariat Division in Kandy District, Bulat Kohupitiya, Ruanwela, Dehiovita and Varakapula Provincial Secretariat Division in Kegol District, Ahaliyagoda, Kiriyala and Kuravita Provincial Secretariat Divisions in Ratnapura districts.
The Ministry of Health and Mass Media conducted interviews for the recruitment of medical laboratory technicians and physiotherapists today. These posts fall under the category of supplementary medical professions. The interviews were held for candidates who had qualified through a recent competitive examination. Successful candidates will be selected for the orientation and coordination training programs relevant to these roles. The ministry is planning to recruit 294 medical laboratory technicians and 200 physiotherapists. Medical laboratory technicians are being recruited after nearly 7 years, while it has been over 5 years since the last intake for the post of physiotherapists. According to the ministry, Additional Secretary Administration of the Ministry of Health and Mass Media, the selected graduates will be taken into the relevant training programs within the next 2 weeks.
The 78th annual general meeting of the World Health Organization will commence in Geneva, Switzerland tomorrow. The meeting will go on until the 27th of this month. Minister of Health and Mass Media Dr. Nalinda Janti Sir left the island today to participate in the summit meeting representing Sri Lanka. Healthy Beginnings, Hopeful Futures is the theme of the 78th Annual General Meeting of the World Health Organization. Health ministers from all countries of the World Health Organization are expected to participate in the meeting, along with more than 5,000 state officials representing the health sector. A broad discussion is to be held with the participation of all these groups, and based on suggestions, ideas and survey data, it is also expected to formulate relevant plans along with the decision and allocating required funds in order to upgrade health status worldwide. Sri Lanka will also be represented by the Secretary to the Ministry of Health, Dr. Anil Jayasinghe, Permanent Representative of Sri Lanka at the United Nations, Himali Arunatilaka, the First Secretary of the UN in Geneva, Nishanti Victor, and a group of others.
Venerable Ajahn Brahmavanso Thera has arrived in Sri Lanka yesterday on a short-term Dhammaduta tour. Special Dhamma sermon disregarding of religious or age differences was conducted by the Venerable Thera at the BMICH in Colombo today. On this occasion, another sermon was conducted for the young groups. Venerable Ajahn Brahmavanso Thera, better known by the famous name Ajahn Brahm, is a leading bhikkhu at the Bodhignana Ashram in Serpentine in Perth, Australia. He has been appreciated as the best Theravada meditation teacher of the century. Venerable Brahmavanso Thera is a pupil of the Venerable Ajahn Chah Thera, who was a well-known Thai forest monk. Venerable Brahmavanso Thera is a world-renowned meditating bhikkhu, teacher and an instructor. He is the main guide of thousands of meditating students throughout the world. The Venerable Thera is scheduled to attend special religious programs on behalf of senior professionals, businessmen and researchers, as well as children, youth and adult communities during his stay in the island. The Venerable Thera's first Dhamma sermon for 80 researchers and scientists at the Colombo University Meditation Research Center was conducted at the BMICH yesterday. The second program for senior professionals and professionals in many fields was also held yesterday. The most important program of the Thera during his visit will be the week-long meditation program scheduled to commence in Valigama tomorrow. Around 50 bhikkhus and laymen have also been accorded the opportunity to participate in this program. Venerable Ajahn Brahmavanso Thera is also scheduled to deliver a Dhamma sermon on television on the 25th of May. More stories on the other side of this break.
Live from the National News Studio, Sri Lanka.
Welcome back, and taking a look at more local stories tonight. 3 million tourists are expected to be brought to Sri Lanka before the end of the year.
And Deputy Minister Ranasinghe said at a media briefing in Colombo yesterday that a special program is being implemented in this regard. Deputy Minister of the Tourism Ranasinghe said that 956,000 tourists have arrived in the island this year. In the month of May alone, nearly 60,000 of them visited the country. An off-season of tourism is prevailing at present. It is evident that after this month, an average of 200,000 tourists are expected to arrive each month. The target for this year is 3 million tourists. There is a possibility that Sri Lanka would be able to receive between 2.5 and 3 million tourists by the end of this year. According to the tourist promotion program, measures are underway to attract tourists from Middle East, India, Japan and Australia during the off-season. It is also hoped that if these programs become successful, the 3 million tourist target could be achieved.
The Ministry of Women and Child Affairs has made a clarification regarding a fake post circulating on Facebook. Accordingly, the ministry requests to prevent from circulating it since it may cause prejudice to the 2 children concerned. A post has been circulated on Facebook under an account named Nuan Sandakalum, stating that since his wife has left the concerned person and the children, and it is difficult to take care of the 2 children, the concerned person will commit suicide after handing over the 2 children to anyone on request. According to the Ministry of Women's and Child Affairs, Sri Lanka Police has already taken steps to intervene in this incident. A court case is already in progress regarding the problem of the concerned family, and the ownership of those children has been given to the grandmother of them under the supervision of probation officials. The ministry further states that it will take steps to mediate and hand over further action to the Department of Probation and Childcare in case an order is issued regarding the ownership of the children during future court hearings. Further circulation of the photographs of the children in social media might cause damage to the identity of the children, and the Ministry of Women's and Child Affairs has requested from all media institutions and social media communicators to prevent from circulating the concerned photographs and post further in order to prevent a repetition of the situation. And now a few more local news items in brief.
Two persons who came in a motorcycle last night has shot former working director of National Lotteries Board Tusita Halaluwa. According to reports, the suspects have followed his motor car and shot him after smashing the windscreen of the vehicle with a rod. There were several others along with Tusita Halaluwa in the motor car during the time of the mishap, and they are undergoing treatment at the National Hospital, Colombo. According to police, the shooters have left the scene along with a file of documents from the motor car. A fishing vessel will meet at an accident has been swept onto the shore behind the Sidigama Devalaya at Hikadwa in the early morning today. The Meteorgod police said that the suspected that the vessel is a multi-day fishing vessel from a foreign country. It has been reported that the record of dismantling of high-tension electricity cable system transformer at Sribradeya area in Puthalam. According to the electricity board, the loss incurred so far due to this racket is more than 10 billion rupees. Intermittent power failures are also been reported in this area due to this racket. The Puthalam Police headquarters state that the night police patrolling is being conducted by now. Police has been able to take down into its custody a lorry containing a load of substandard fertilizer at a Gallela area in Polonnaruwa. According to the information received by officials of the Consumer Authority, the Polonnaruwa police, which conducted the inspection, has revealed that there were 104 bags of fertilizer containing 25 kilograms each and 175 fertilizer bags containing 50 kilograms each. It has been revealed that during investigations that a person taken into custody in connection with driving under the influence of liquor on the 16th of this month at Kavanthi Vidyalaya Ampara is to be a police officer on duty attached to Ajmale police station in Batiklo. Police Media Division stated that steps have been taken to suspend the service of the suspected police officer by SSP of Batiklo. More than 10 top officials of the Ministry of Finance have participated in a 3-day official tour of Malaysia in order to learn about economic policies and development of the country. The team has also participated in a meeting organized by the Sri Lanka High Commission in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. The meeting organized by the Acting High Commission of Sri Lanka in Malaysia, Muhammad Rizvi, was attended by a group of others including representatives of business federations of that country and businessmen. Basnaik Dilabay of Rural Mahakataragama Deval Dilshan Gunasekaro has taken steps to provide accommodation facilities free of charge to media persons arriving on pilgrimage to Kataragama. He announced that an executive meeting of media persons held at Kataragama, 35 provincial media persons representing 24 districts attended this program.
The funeral of Sri Lanka Rupavahini Corporation Trincomalee Provincial Correspondent Priyan Malinda is scheduled to be conducted at the Kantale General Cemetery at 2 p.m. tomorrow. He died in a road accident in Habrana yesterday at the age of 34. Priyan Malinda was also engaged in duties as a revenue officer at the Kantale Pradeshya Sabha in addition to his profession as the provincial correspondent of the national television. Priyan Malinda had shown skills in reporting of wildlife and mobile journalism. He had excelled in the field of media in many ways. Foreign news on the other side of this break.
Prima Kutumi, Fantamai.
And in your foreign news tonight, at least 27 people are reported to have died and dozens are injured after tornadoes tore through parts of 2 US states.
The storms have devastated local communities and knocked out power to nearly 200,000 people, according to the reports. Officials in Kentucky indicated that 3 and had been 18 deaths while several people were killed in Missouri, including 5 in the city of St. Louis. The Kentucky tornado struck Laurel County in the southeast of the state yesterday. Missouri officials said that 5,000 buildings had been damaged, roofs destroyed and power lines down due to the tornado, and the U.S. National Weather Service said tornadoes also hit neighbors Illinois and with more severe weather conditions stretching eastwards to the Atlantic coast. Yesterday, it warned of few tornadoes that could hit northern Texas over the weekend as a result of strong to severe storms in the area.
2 people have been killed and at least 19 others injured after a big Mexican Navy training sailboat crashed into New York City's Brooklyn Bridge. The city authorities have said that the ship Cuauhtemoc lost power before the collision last evening. U.S. officials said 277 people were on board the vessel, which was on a goodwill visit. The Quatermax towering masts were seen clipping the bridge as the ship was passing under the famous structure last evening. Parts of the masts reportedly fell on the deck. The injuries were sustained because some crew members were standing on the masts at the time of the collision. The Brooklyn Bridge had not sustained any major damage and the Quatermax was later towed away. The vessel, which measures 297 feet in length and 40 feet in width, sailed for the first time in 1982. And on your sports news tonight, Sri Lankan competitors have participated in 6 preliminary matches in the Under-19-22 Asian Youth Boxing Tournament today.
But none of them were able to secure any victory. The tournament is being conducted at the Sugatadasa Indoor Stadium in Colombo. It was Netmini Shadi who represented Sri Lanka first in today's matches, and she took part in a 48 kg weight class and was beaten by an Indian player.
Sri Lanka coming in.
Hiruni Erandika competed under the 50 kg weight class and was defeated by a Vietnamese competitor. The Kazakhstan player beat Sri Lanka Yasini Pavidi in a 52 kg weight class competition. Another Vietnamese player beat local player Sandeepani Nikeshala in a 54 kg weight event. A Kazakhstan female boxer beat Kirtina Udekumar in a 60 kg weight match.
She looks determined. Seen for a few years. Oh, she's experienced, I can tell you. Kirti Ratna, 19-year-old.
Already set a time. There we go.
Devmi Sanjuna lost to an Indian player in a 66 kg weight event. ChannelEye of the national television will telecast live all the matches of the tournament tomorrow as well.
Second count.
Isipatana College, Colombo claimed the resident trophy in the inter-school knockout rugby tournament by defeating Trinity College, Kandy in the finals today. The finals was played at the Royal College grounds in Colombo. Both the teams displayed their skills from the start of the match, where the Isipatana team scored 7 points with a goal in the first half. The Trinity team scored 6 points with the help of 2 penalty strikes in the first half of the game, and the Trinity team scored another 3 points through a drop goal in the second half of the match. They were leading in the match until the last few seconds of the game by 9 points to 7 when Uvindu Kodituaku scored a try for Isipatana just before the end of the match. Accordingly, the Isipatana College team won the match by 12 points to 9 and also won the rugby championship for the 15th time.
Only the captain for the time moment. Yes. Come on, give it 4. Isipatana one more time.
And with that, we conclude the 9 p.m. news telecast of the prestigious channel of Sri Lanka. I'm signing off. Charita with Kasali. Stay safe. Good night.
Good night.